Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Exciting shave for me. I've been looking to get hold of one of these knots for quite some time. I'm not sure whether this is the original of it, but I tell you what, it is absolutely stunningly soft. And I'm pretty sure it will be, but this is pretty much the cashmere knot from AP Shave Co. And I'm not sure if it's the exact same company they come from, but let me tell you, this brush, or this knot, is the softest knot I've ever felt. Never felt anything like it. It's got the tips and feel way softer than the tuxedo knot. It just really is superb. The handle is gorgeous. It's a good size handle. It's got great comfort for the actual holding it. When you're actually holding it in your hand, you can get a real good grip on it. It's a good bit of heft. I mean, it's a lot of weight in this brush. It's huge. It really is. I mean, look at it next to the size of my face. It's massive, but it looks incredible. Now, price point. This is from Evershave. Milton over there makes these brushes by hand, and his resins are absolutely, I mean, that's gorgeous. You can just stunning, absolutely stunning. I seen this and couldn't resist. Now, these price point wise, $40 shipped in America. Just add shipping on for anywhere you are in the world, depending on what the price is for shipping. But $40 American to get this brush handmade, get a knot put in it, whatever knot I think you pick. If it's synthetic, I think they're all pretty much the same price. And yeah, $40 delivered to your door. Comes in a handy little travel box, which, like I said in my unboxing, I used to use these in the police for sharp knives and things like that, needles. If we had to use them for evidence, that's what we used to use. Ideal for your travelling. It came packaged in a massive box, and it was just loose in there, and there's not a mark on the brush, so that just gives a bit of an idea how well packaged they are. I'm not sure whether Milton would save a bit using a smaller box. I really don't know, but what a beautiful brush. Can't wait to use it. Right, I'm just going to fill the sink up. Got that excited, I haven't even prepared anything. I just jumped straight into this Wickham 1912, and the scent is Le Bleu, which is a beautiful cologne scent. It's based off of Bleu de Chanel by Chanel, and it smells incredible. I'm going for this soap because I know it is a great performing soap, and I'm just like, this might be too soft, but we shall soon see. There's not massive amounts of backbone in there, but there's enough by the feel of it. And like I said, I think I said it on the unboxing, there is a tiny little glue bump right there. You can just see it looks a bit like a wart just here at my nail, but it won't impact the shave at all. So let's dip it in the water. I'll lose a few hairs off this brush, no guaranteed, because that's what you do with these synthetics. The first couple, you very rarely get a brush where you won't lose any hairs at all, or any fibres or whatever. So straight into the dry soap. It's very soft. If anything, the backbone has softened up even more now that I've wet it. I just want to try and catch these fibres as they're falling out. I am expecting to lose a few of them. That's what happens when you get new brushes and new knots. There's another one. And another one. But hopefully not as many as Kyle lost over at Brown Man Shaves. He lost quite a few from his tuxedo style knot. Another one. Yeah. And all I'm doing is just pulling out the loose ones because they're not really required. You can get stuffed. I'm not used to shedding brushes now. As you probably know if you've been watching my channel for the past couple of weeks, with my Morrison 400 shedding like mad. I've actually got Milton messaging me right now. I sent him a message as soon as the brush came in saying it's arrived safely, and it's absolutely stunning. I mean, there isn't even any tooling marks or anything on this brush. There's no, just nothing. It's crystal clear apart from the red, and it just looks amazing. It's very comfortable to hold. It's a good length, so you're not going to be worried about. It's another one, hold on. No, it's just a slightly longer brush here. It's very, very soft. I don't know whether you can actually see how easy it's just sort of flopping in there. I'm hoping it splays well, but we'll soon see. I'm going to give it a really good load. And because it's a softer knot, you generally do need to load a little bit longer. Just dip the tips again. Because it doesn't really take up as much soap as quickly or efficiently as a stiffer knot. Oh, scent strength on this isn't huge. It's the exact same pretty much as all Wickham soaps, sort of 4.5 to 5. The brush is loaded. Let's wet the face. I haven't been this excited about a synthetic knot for quite a while. I've been wanting to get hold of one of these knots for so long, and when it popped along with Milton I just couldn't resist, especially with this brush. That handle's superb, absolutely superb, and I'm assuming it could change the colour of the white as well to something else that you'd like. I'm just really impressed with it. It's very precision made, there's no roughness to it. Do you know what it reminds me of? And it might sound a bit daft, and you know, things bring back memories to me. It reminds me, if you hold it that way, it reminds me of the lolly. Used to get a dummy, looked like a dummy, but it was made out of, it was just red candy like they put on a candied apple. And that's what that reminds me of, the dummy that you used to get at the fairs and things like that. Superb, really is. Right, let's paint it on. I've got 3 days growth. Because I was just letting my skin rest a bit. I think I had sort of pretty much overshaved when I went back from single edge to DE to double edge razors. Very, very soft knot. Right, let's dip the tips. Paint some water in. So if you end up watching this, Milton, I'm not ignoring you, mate. I just can't send a message while I'm recording. There's another cheeky bee here. Oh, it just splays. It's actually a fair bit of scrub with it. Like I said in the beginning, I've overloaded far too much. This is going to take a bit of work actually. Easily the softest knot I've used. If you want soft with less backbone than the tuxedo, this would be absolutely superb. Needs more water again. Yeah, I've overloaded the brush far too much. Well, you can't argue with that. Wow. It's definitely not a knot. Not a knot. It's not a knot that I would recommend to someone that's looking to come over and try synthetic from natural hair. Because this would just be, it would be too much for you to sort of get your head round in a sense. Because it is so soft. But the results are amazing. Super soft, very comfortable. It's got scrub, not heaps of scrub, it's got quite a bit less scrub than the tuxedo knot, but soft. Wow, it's just so soft. I just hope it fits inside my cabinet because it's bloody tall. It's a really tall brush. Right, I've got the Murgress and I've got the Derby Premium blade in there from last time. So I'm just going to give it another go. It's a little bit rough the first pass. So I'm going to start on setting 5 because I've got 3 days growth. And let's see if it's still, if it's smoothened up. It's smoothed up the more I used it on that shave. And as you can see, it's just mowing through, and it is quite smooth. It's not as smooth as some blades. But we'll see how it goes when I get to the moustache. I'm going to try something a bit different here. My hair grows this way on that part of my neck. And then it does the same again across this way. What I'm trying to do is reduce the irritation on my neck at the moment because I ran out of storage again on my phone, typical. So I'm just trying to follow the grain now, especially on my neck, to the best of my ability anyway. Just to see if I can reduce that bit of irritation. Now let's see how it feels on the top lip. Ever so slightly uncomfortable. That side was much better. The soap's performing superb. Pass number 1, done and dusted. I'm just going to empty the sink out because I haven't put that amount of hair in the sink for quite some time. Now this shave as well, I'm not dedicating this shave to anyone because I'm basically going to be talking shit tons about this brush, so I don't want to get in the way of explaining about on someone else's channel. I didn't think that was very fair. Slickness on Wickham, it's outstanding stuff, outstanding slickness. Right, here we go, you can see the brush is kite. I'm just going to scoop the excess just on my chin there, as you can see there's loads of it. Oh yeah, this is almost beyond soft. It's like painting it on with a marshmallow. Now I think, just from using this brush twice, I wonder if it would maybe benefit from it probably would make a difference actually, lowering the loft a bit. It's so soft. And you can only lower the loft so much before it becomes sort of almost unusable. That, you can't argue with that. Wow. I mean, it sort of opens up the old question of the synthetic versus natural hairbrushes again. That's outstanding. Really nice. Really enjoyed it. It's very soft, very comfortable. $40. Now, I love my Wolf Whiskers brushes. I don't think there's really a better quality brush out there handle wise. I think they're outstanding. That is right next to it on a similar level for a much better price point. And no wait lists. I'm not saying anything bad against Wolf Whiskers, because for me personally it was worth it to get on the wait list and actually get the brush. And I have been looking since to try and get back on again. So now I'm going straight down on the neck, it's going across the grain. Just while I'm at it, the slickness on Wickham, I love it. It's almost unparalleled. The only ones I've used, honestly, that I think are on the same level or better would be Barrister and Man and Holy Call. And the Holy Call really is, but it's actually above, it's on a different level. So this brush knot, who would I recommend it for? I would highly recommend it for people with sensitive skin, because it doesn't have any real scrub. It does scrub, but it's so light and soft, you don't really feel it. I would also recommend it to people that love the tuxedo knot, or knots that are very soft knots. Mainly synthetics, because it doesn't matter what natural hairbrush you get, they're always that bit firmer, unless you've got something like my Morrison Fauna, which is, it feels as soft as a synthetic. But they're expensive and few and far between, and when you can spend $40 American on something like that, which looks exceptional, it really does. I can't, photographs and camera work will never make this look any better. It just looks, you can see me all the way right through, it's amazing. To say that Milton has not been around for long, I never heard of him until Gil over at Second Kinda Cool. Did I just slice my face there? I think I did. I've knocked this down to setting 3, by the way, for the across the grain passes. I'm using warm water today as well, which is nice. The blade's lovely. It's actually smoothing up the more I'm using it. 3 days growth when you've been shaving every day or every second day for the past sort of month or two. It's quite hard to get that far without having to shave, without shaving. Right now I don't need another pass, so all I'm going to do is lather up, empty the bowl and then rinse it off. I just want to lather up just so I can feel the brush again. It looks like it's stopped shedding hairs now, I think, or it's pretty much slowed right down. Just got those first few stragglers out, so I'm just going to... It does have a sort of Simog Owners Club bow feel about it, where it's... The tips on the Simog Owners Club bow are very, very soft. And they do sort of splay like that. It does bend a bit like that as well. But in terms of getting into... I mean, look at that for splay. That's enormous. Just going to dip the tips and we'll just see. What happens? I've used quite a few artisan brush makers now. Brush Guy, TF Custom Brushes, Wolf Whiskers, Evershave. This is superb, beautiful. As you can see, that's a 4th ladder from one load, albeit it was a heavier load than normal. So yeah, I only needed 3 passes. I just lathered up that last one just for the benefit of the soap and just to use the brush knot again, which has performed amazingly well. Right, I'm going to finish off with a bit of Shea Moisture Shave Aftershave. This is like the fires of hell, but putting this stuff on it really burns. Doesn't matter whether I have a good shave or not, it still burns. Actually, it's not too bad today. And while that's drying in, I'm just going to clean the knot out. And it's soft. There's soft, and then there's this. It really is that soft. Right, so that's it rinsed out. Give it my flick on the towel just to get the excess moisture out. And there she blows. Absolutely stunning, it really is. For $40. And obviously just put your shipping on top. I'm sure Milton will have an idea what the shipping is going to be like. Nothing on the box that I can tell you from it. Stunning, absolutely stunning. Love it. It's definitely I've heard that it's too soft. I don't think it is. I think it's just when you're that used to the tuxedo knot and other synthetics, you're not used to something this soft. But I could use that every day quite comfortably. I mean, that is God, look at the moisture that's in my skin. It's actually sticking to the brush, the moisture. Oh yeah. And that doesn't look quite as inflamed as it normally does down there for me. It looks much better. I might just change my technique a bit and start following the grain a little bit more, as I should have done for the last year. But all in all, superb brush. The soap was Wickham 1912 Le Bleu, based on Bleu de Chanel, and it's outstanding. You've seen the performance of it, it's great. The post shave feels great. The cushioning, slickness, residual slickness, scent, everything, it's just spot on for me with Wickham soaps. They just work so well for me personally, and they work great with hard water, and my water is as hard as it gets. It's shocking stuff. Unless you're off tank water or something like that, it's really bad, but really impressed with that. And then used the Mergress, the Abbey Premium Blade, second use, excellent little razor and blade, the Mergress. And I don't know whether you guys have seen, they've actually got a brush out now that matches this little stainless knob in the bottom, so it looks quite nice. So Derby Premium, second use, excellent. That'll possibly be the last use for it. I might give it a go again and just see how it feels on a third use. It's not the smoothest blade, it's not like a Kai blade or a feather blade for me. They work the best for me, or the Gillette Nasset. So I'm just going to finish off now with some Nivea Too Faced, a little bit of menthol. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a wrap. Really enjoyed that. Once again, just give you a look at that. Just outstanding. Big old brush, but amazing. Really happy with it. So, I'll leave you guys to it. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll pop Evershave's Etsy store down below, so check them out, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.